I started off at a place called Dayton Close School. I was the youngest child ever to be put in a maladjusted children's home at that particular time. From there I was touched up in the shower rooms by Mr. Reed and Mr. Clarkston, where they came in and made excuses that they had to examine me for the doctor. They fingered my ass, they played with my cock. I ran away 3 or 4 times from this children's home, and they ended up putting me into another children's home called St. William's in Market Wheaton. I got knocked out there by a member of staff and kept unconscious for 5 days while I was raped by paedophile priests. That's my story. From there I come out, I went straight to jail. I was in jail till I was, 21, in and out and in and out. Eventually I met other people who had been raped by members of staff in children's homes, and they taught me into starting to behave myself, getting out of being so angry with the system and society for doing what they did to me as a child. And here I am today, finally come out of the woodwork to tell all the people about the sort of things that go on in this country. Now, thank you very much. Now also, I'm probably the only person, since this has been going on for the last 12 years, since the police came to see me, because they'd arrested 2 people for trying to kill one of the priests, Brother James, from St. William's School. And while I was in the cells, they made a statement to the police saying what they saw happen to me. I didn't know nothing about it. I thought I was only knocked out for a couple of hours. It turned out it was 5 days, mate, 5 days. The police came to see me, they interviewed me about it, said could I remember. I couldn't remember it. I remember coming in and out of consciousness. But they went away. They said that they was going to investigate it further. They never did. 2 years ago, I got the balls together to pick up the phone and phone the police to ask them what they was doing about it. They said they'd investigate it and my case wasn't important enough to be looking into. Then this Christmas, the police then phoned me up 2 days after my birthday and 3 days before Christmas and told me that there was no records of me ever being in care. No records whatsoever now exist of me being in care, apart from one foster parent called the Boots, who fostered me on a weekend, once a fortnight and sometimes once a month. Now, the solicitors firms, which I'm not going to mention, but I went to a solicitor's firm 2 years ago, they themselves are playing part in covering up paedophilia within the system. They're trying to get people to take hardcore settlements to keep it out of the public eye. I've told them no amount of money will fix this, and I want to take it to court. I want to take it the full way. They're trying to tell me that I'm best taking an out-of-court settlement. They're also hiding information themselves. They're adding bits to my statements that I've given them. They've also, in order to collapse the case, and this is the solicitors we're talking about here, they've put my statement in, but it's got the wrong name on it. They've spelled my name wrong, which on its own can have it kicked out of court. Now, solicitors firms know this. They're doing this on purpose. The police are trying to get us all to commit suicide by phoning us up on times like right next to your birthday and telling you that you've got no evidence. How do you think that makes anybody feel? How would it make anybody feel? Hearing that, it's absolutely sick. That's right, mate. Anyway, my name's Andy Mackey. I'm known as the Truth Machine. I'm putting on a gig so victims can get together and talk about what's been going on and make plans for future protests in the country. It's on the 17th of July. It's at Darlington. It's a free gig, so nobody has to pay anything. But any donations towards portable toilets and sound system will be much appreciated. And that's the 17th of July. If you want to look it up on YouTube, I'm known as the Truth Machine on YouTube. Look it up, it's child abuse. I've got lots of different folders for lots of different things that I expose. There's an advertisement on there telling you all the dates and times and what bands are playing and who's going to be speaking. Right, thank you very much for listening. On to the next people.
Hi. Right, do you have to press the button? My name's Angie Power. I've travelled over from Ireland. I just wanted to talk about this thing. He said he was drugged for 5 days.
It's not working. It's bad.
Is that better? Blonde, honorary blonde. My name's Angela Power. I'm a victim of military trauma-based mind control, and this thing about using drugs so you can't remember being abused, being hunted, being tortured, being traumatized. Like, if we have date rape now, back since the 50s, they had drugs where they could just drug you, knock you out, and do what they want. Maybe the battery's out. I'll just shout. So, like, my name is Angela Power. My dad is Irish. My granddad was a paedophile. My dad was a paedophile. My dad joined the British Air Force, and they recruited him to allow his children to be part of experiments. And the experiments were, how can we make people's minds split so if we rape them or do anything to them, they won't remember? And they've been experimenting on that since the 50s. So I'm going to report my dad. He's 88.
Hello.
What do I have to press? I don't know what to press. Does this work? I'll try. I can't do that one, it's too much. Sorry.
Try that.
Thanks.
I've got brand new batteries in there.
Could you explain the part about the military again,
Yeah,
please, and your involvement and as far as you want to go, what level that was at?
I think mine are
Okay, is that better?
Just go round that way and then we'll face that way.
Okay, is that working? Can you hear me?
turn it up. Turn it outside.
Alright, I'll go a bit slower. This government has been manipulating and mind controlling and hypnotising and drugging people so that they can do what they want and you won't remember. Or you'll just remember, like I remember being hunted like a dog and falling and then having men, including army men and Air Force men, urinating on me when I was about 8, and then I blank out. They were using electric shock treatment and they were using really highly developed drugs to blank you out. And so I would have memories